Welcome back to part 3 of the lesson 1 of IELTS Academic, and here we will summarize all that we have learned in this lesson and put it all together into our ability to understand the passage and actually work with it effectively. So this passage should look familiar to you. In the introduction, we are interested to find the thesis statement as it contains the controlling idea of the paragraph. And like any other topic sentence, thesis is a topic sentence sort of for the whole passage. All other topic sentences support the thesis statement, right? So therefore, it's so important to read the introduction and find that thesis, which is usually closer to the end of the introduction. Based on the thesis statement, topic sentences are also linked or they are organized in a certain manner, right? There's always logic in how we organize it. And this logic is very similar to what we have just discussed in part 2 about the topic sentences. Usually the thesis suggests the logic, and depending on that logic, the topic sentences will either describe by categories if we want to describe a certain topic. It can the introduction may provide a description of a problem, and so then you can predict that the rest may either talk about solutions or causes or both. So cause-effect again. Compare and contrast when, for example, we discuss advantages and disadvantages, differences and similarities between two topics, which you will obviously see from the thesis statement very easily. And sequence, we have seen that in the text on culture shock, very typical. And then opinion reasons. So because texts on IELTS exam are fairly long, from 700 to 800 words, which is about 7 to 8 paragraphs, there is always, depending on the topic, there is a purpose, and it could be a combination, right? For example, problem, cause, solution, compare and contrast, or description could be also linked with the problem solution. You have to expect these variations. However, when you read the thesis, it should be clear to you what is the dominating line, and therefore it will be easier for you to orient yourself in the passage and find the relevant information. So this provides us with the necessary knowledge to better understand what is the skimming strategy for main ideas and what is scanning for details. So on the left-hand side, you see the passage, which is skim. So skim means to get only so much from the text, get the main ideas. So skimming means reading for main ideas, which you know now are in the topic sentences. And scanning is when you know specific information, like a detail, you want to confirm it. Usually you would still start with the skimming because you need to find the relevant paragraph, and then you will read that paragraph for detail to find the sentence with the required information and read it thoroughly to confirm whether or not there is this detail, and so on and so forth. So skimming and scanning, these are two strategies which will be used extensively in IELTS reading, and we will actually move on to reviewing the first two types of reading tasks in this section, which is matching headings and matching information to paragraphs. Okay, so I will, you can take a short break, and I will see you in lesson 2, where we will focus on matching headings task.